الآجرومية, lesson number 4. In the previous lesson we saw the signs for rafi', the nominative or the indicative, and nasab, the accusative or the subjunctive. In this lesson we're going to start with the signs of the genitive. وللخفض ثلاث علامات. Khafd has three signs. Again, Ibn Ajurrumiyyah rahimahullah, the author, is using the Kufan terminology for the genitive khafd, as opposed to the more well-known and more widely used Basra terminology, which would be jar. So the genitive has three signs. If we were very literal, we would say three signs belong to the genitive, because thalathu is the mubtada, alamat is mudaf ilayhi, and the khabar is lilkhafd, that's zarf mustaqar. So that would be three signs belong to the genitive. But in more natural English we say the genitive has three signs. Al-kasratu, the kasra, wal-ya'u, the letter ya, wal-fatha, and the haraka fatha. فأما الكسرة فالتفصيل, as for the kasra, فتكون علامة للخفض, it is a sign of the genitive. في ثلاثة مواضع, it is a sign of the genitive in three places. في الاسم المفرد المنصرف, in the singular noun that is a triptod, as when we say, for example, في البيت, in the room. وجمع التكسير المنصرف, the broken plural that is a triptod, such as when we say في البيوت, in the rooms. وفي جمع المؤنث السالم, and in the sound feminine plural, such as when we say من المسلمات, from Muslim women. وإما الياء, as for ya, فتكون علامة للخفض في ثلاثة مواضع, as for ya, it is a sign for the genitive in three places. في الأسماء الخمسة, in the five nouns that we saw previously. For example, we say min abika, from your father, where the ya would be signed that abika is in the genitive case. وفي التثنية, in the dual, when we say, for example, في كتابين, in two books. والجمع, meaning جمع المذكر السالم, the sound masculine plural, for example, من المسلمين, from Muslim males. In these cases, the ya is the sign that the noun is in the genitive case. وأما الفتحة, as for the fatha, فتكون علامة للخفض في الاسم الذي لا ينصرف, as for the fatha, it will be a sign for the genitive in the diptod. For example, we say min Ahmada, from Ahmed. When we say min Ahmada, the fatha is actually the sign that the word Ahmed is in the genitive case. وللجزم علامتان. Jazm has two signs, and jazm is, as you know, is the jussive for verbs. السكون والحذف, سكون, meaning not saying a vowel, والحذف, and omission. فأما السكون فالتفصيل, for detail, as for the سكون فتكون علامة للجزم في الفعل المضارع الصحيح الآخر, it will be a sign for the jussive in the imperfect verb, the ending of which is sound, meaning the final letter of the root of the verb will be a sound letter, such as nasara, he helped in battle. So there, yansuru will be the mudari, and when we have a jussive particle, such as lam, we will say lam yansur, and there the sign that it is jussive will be the sukun on the ra, which is the sound letter, that is the final letter of the root of the verb. وأما الحذف, as for the omission, فيكون علامة للجزم, it is a sign that the verb is jussive. في الفعل المضارع المؤتل الآخر, in the imperfect verb, the ending of which is a defective letter, حرف الإلة, such as when we say, for example, يرمي means what? He throws. Rama yarmi. When we say lam yarmi, right? The ya drops, and the omission of the ya there, of the final letter, which is a defective letter, shows us that that verb is jussive. وفي الأفعال الخمسة التي رفعها بثبات النون, and in the 5 verbs which become indicative with the establishment of the noon, these verbs, namely يفعلان, تفعلان, يفعلون, تفعلون, وتفعلين, these 5 forms show that they're jussive with the omission of the noon, as we have mentioned previously. Notice here the genitive constructs إضافة الصحيح الآخر والمؤتل الآخر. These genitive constructs are the type of genitive construct that is called لفظية. Genitive construct can be one of 2 types, either معنوية or لفظية. Most of the time the genitive construct إضافة will be معنوية. That is when the genitive construct contains the meaning of the particles lam or min. For example, when you say قلم زيد, that means القلم للزيد, meaning the pen belonging to Zayd, the pen of Zayd, meaning the pen belonging to Zayd. Or when you say خاتم فضة, the seal, the ring of silver, meaning made from silver. So whenever the genitive construct contains the meaning of lam, the particles lam or min, the idafa will be ma'nawi, and this type of idafa gives us the benefit of either ta'rif or taqsis, such that if the mudaf ilayhi is ma'rifah, the mudaf will also become ma'rifah. When you say qalamu Zayd, since Zayd is ma'rifah, it is a known person, and the pen of Zayd will also become known because of its attribution to Zayd. Or if the mudaf ilayhi is nakira, then the mudaf will not become ma'rifah, but it will become mukhassas, it will become specific. For example, when we say qalamu rajulin, a pen of a man, here we don't know which man it is. It's not, the man is not ma'rifah, but we do know that it is a man, so it is somewhat specified, it becomes mukhassas. We know that at least that it's a pen belonging to a man rather than a woman or someone else. So it gives us some taqsis, it excludes some possibilities, but it doesn't give us ta'rif. We can't pinpoint or identify its referent in reality just by saying a pen of a man. Right, this is idafa ma'nawiyya. Now there's also idafa lafziyya. Idafa lafziyya is when a sifa, when an adjective is attributed to the word it governs. So this mudaf will be a sifa, and mudaf ilayhi will be what? Will be its mawsuf. So here, and it's ma'mul, the word that is governed by it. Now here, both as-sahih al-akhir and al-mu'tal al-akhir are such idafas, such genitive constructs that are lafziyya. The genitive construct that is lafziyya does not indicate either ta'rif or taqsis, neither definitiveness nor specification. It just gives us the benefit of takhfif, lightness, meaning it just makes it easier, lighter to say. So instead of saying fil al-mudari sahihun akhiruhu, we can just say as-sahih al-akhir, So we get rid of, through this idafe, we get rid of the tenween, and we get rid of the damir. Instead of saying sahihun, sahihin akhiruhu, we just say as-sahih al-akhir. So it makes it lighter, easier to say, and Arabic always tends towards takhfif, always tends towards lightness. So here we have to appreciate that although as-sahih in the first expression and al-mu'tal in the second expression, even though they're in terms of syntax, in terms of nahu, adjectives for the word mudari', in terms of reality, they're adjectives or attributes of the word al-akhir, meaning what is sound? The final letter of the verb is sound, or the final letter of the verb is defective. So in terms of syntax, as-sahih is a sifa for mudari, but in terms of reality, it is it's an adjective for the word al-akhir, and the same is true for the word al-mu'tal. This type of sifa is called sifatun jarat li ghayri man hiya lahu, an adjective that runs, that is for something other than it is for, meaning in reality it will be an adjective for something, but in terms of syntax it will be an adjective for something else, just as in these two cases where as-sahih and al-mu'tal are in terms of syntax adjectives for the word mudari, but in terms of reality they qualify, they are adjectives, they describe the word al-akhir, the final letter of the verb, and they are idafe lafziye, which is why even though they are in idafe, they have a lam al-tarif before them, because an idafe ma'nawiya will never have a lam al-tarif before it. Why is that? Because we said that the mudaf in idafe ma'nawiya becomes ma'rifah through its attribution to the ma'rifah, and therefore if we also add a lam before it, it would be redundant, it would be useless, it would be, as they say in Arabic, tahsilul hasil, in trying to obtain something that's already there, because the mudaf already is a ma'rifah because of its attribution to the ma'rifah, so there is no need for lam al-tarif to make it definite. However, we said the only benefit of an idafa lafziya is takhfif. It does not indicate either ta'rif or taqsis. It doesn't make the mudaf ma'rifah. Therefore, to make the mudaf ma'rifah here so that it agrees with the mawsuf, for which it's an adjective in terms of syntax, the word mudari, it needs to have a lam al-tarif before it. That is why it has a lam al-tarif, so that it agrees with its mawsuf, the word al-mudari, in terms of, that's the noun it's qualifying in terms of syntax. And it is, although it has this lam al-tarif, it's still in an idafa, genitive construct, with the word akhir, which is fine because the idafa is lafziya, as we have mentioned, and the same is true for mu'tal lil-akhir in that case as well. Al-mu'tal lil-akhir is an idafa lafziya. This is why the word mu'tal has a lam al-tarif before it, even though it's mudaf, because it doesn't become ma'rifah through the idafa, and it needs to be ma'rifah because it's a sifa for the word mudari. This is the end of lesson number 4. Subhanak Allahum bihamdik, neshhadu an la ilaha illa ant, nestaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun, salamun alal mursalin, walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.